Bell from Marquee, Carly.
Congratulations, guys, on the win. Coach, you had a lot of players getting into early foul trouble, but they still were able to maintain and stay in the game. What does that just have to say about the discipline that this team has defensively this year?
I mean, we talk about not fouling, but I understand. Like I understand because we're trying to do the right thing, and sometimes when we're trying to do the right thing, our hand get caught in the cookie jar, But the defensive level of intensity is something that's really that I admire about this group, and we play the way we practice. So that's something to be said. The two players that are on both sides of me, they play their hearts out on both ends of the floor, and I just appreciate that they value the defensive side of the ball as much as they do the offensive side of the ball because I think that's what's going to take us where we need to go.
And then follow up for Kahleah, with you being in foul trouble, in the third quarter and having to sit, what did you just see out of this team offensively that they were able to bring? It seems like about anyone can lead this offense, even without you on the floor.
I saw leadership with Courtney and with Dana. I think that they were keeping everybody together, and just shout out to the bench too for just being super engaged through timeouts, through matchups, through offense, defense, whatever was happening. Like everybody was so locked in. So it's not about one player here. And that's the good thing, when I'm on the bench and whoever else is on the bench, we're all locked in, engaged, and when it's vice versa, it's the same. So I just appreciated that the bench was so locked in, and the people that were out there on the floor were able to perform.
Thank you.
Cheryl, please unmute. Cheryl.
Hello, thanks for taking our questions. With a game like this, with all these emotions, was it challenging at all for you as a coach, James, or you guys as players?
I mean, there's always some things that go on. We knew that this was an important match, especially for the city of Phoenix and for the WNBA. And we're always appreciative of PG being here and being at home and being able to do something that she loves in a place that's free as the WNBA. But at the end of the day, we know that the main thing has to be the main thing for us. And for us, it's about coming together and not taking this moment to play together at our highest level. We don't want to take those moments for granted because you don't get them back. And so every time we step on the floor, out of sign of respect for BG, out of sign of respect for the WNBA and everybody else, and for each other, we're going to come out and just play our butts off and just show what we can do. And so that was at probably the forefront of any thought, even though this was an important day for the WNBA.
What was it like for you, Kahleah and Dana?
I would say it was obviously a very emotional game. We were so excited just to have BG back. But it's fun playing in those type of environments, having a full gym. That's what the WNBA deserves. That's what we need. So playing in front of a packed house like that is always exciting. So I think we just stepped up to the challenge and was ready.
Thank you for your time.
James K, please unmute, James.
Kahleah, when you were getting there, like in the foul trouble a little bit there, I mean, Courtney really stepped up. And I'm just curious, just like, what does it mean to just have a player like that who's so poised, and what is that going to do for you down the stretch of games throughout the rest of the year?
It means a lot. Like we all crack jokes about like who's the hottest head and but Courtney is really the calm for us. I think that when things get out of control, sometimes she's just that one that's like, all right, like everybody chill, and she brings us together, and I appreciate that our leadership styles are different, but they complement each other. So grateful for her and what she brings and how she can step up.
Thank you.
Steven, please unmute. Steven.
Hey, y'all, congratulations on the win. My first question is for Coach. So, of course, we talked about last game about the offensive process and how you felt about that. And with Phoenix, they do a lot of switching, especially with Tarazi and Cunningham at the four. How did you feel about your process against their switching, particularly today?
You can prepare for it, but it's something that always hits you, especially I felt that they were switching underneath, so it was hard to get a read on it. And so if you didn't take them far enough, you wouldn't have a good angle for like passing to the post. And sometimes our posts were like guiding like in between, and so we didn't have clear angles. So instead of moving the ball, it was kind of you were trying to calculate it because we got a big in front of us, and we know we can get them off the dribble. So it's something that we really have to. We have film on it, so we can prepare for it. Now we got film on it, and we'll know how to, attack it even better next time. But I thought we got good looks. Like I thought we got good looks. It's just that maybe the ball needs to pop a little bit more, and it will. So it's we got 19 assists today on our 28 shots. I think next time a few more shots go down, and we'll have a few more assists, but we'll have a better gauge of how to attack that switching as the season progresses.
Thank you. And then my follow-up is for Dana. So your point of attack pressure, especially on Mariah Jefferson today, seems like it kind of weighed down and really stagnated the offense in its initiation. Can you speak to just how much of a tone it sets for the team over the course of the game?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that one more time for me?
Yeah. So your pressure at the point of attack against Phoenix today, it seems like it kind of weighed down on them over the course of the game as far as them initiating offense. Can you speak to how important it is to your defense?
Yeah, I think just being disruptive. We talk about that a lot. We practice it a lot. So I just want to get them out of a set. Just me pressuring the ball, taking the time off the clock, and just being disruptive as much as I can. Turn them in the backcourt. That's something that I've been focusing on a lot. Just defensively, getting the stance and making stuff happen.
Thank you.
Last few, we'll go to Mike first. Mike, please unmute.
Hey guys, congrats on the win. Coach, my first thing I wanted to say is happy belated anniversary. And secondly, I wanted to ask you about Morgan Birch, because I was talking to her the other day just about her journey in the WNBA and how difficult the first few years were with Dallas and just continuing to just try to climb back, doing everything she was doing. But for you, what's her importance been with this role in this team and just her ability to just do whatever's asked of her, especially with Izzy going down?
First of all, let me say thank you. I appreciate it. I think Morgan, since the first day at camp, she's showed what she's about, and to know her story a little bit and know how sometimes it's about timing, because she, every time training camp came around, something happened, whether it was COVID, whether it was whatever injury, and we have a lot of confidence in her. I feel like you're going to see her grow leaps and bounds as the season goes on, for one, because she has the opportunity, for two, because she's talented, for three, because her teammates really believe in her. And so you're going to see that growth probably a little bit faster than you would see on any other team where they had a lot of bodies in front of her. We're confident in the type of defender that she is, and she matches our style. She doesn't hold on to the ball. She makes her moves very deliberately. Then she gets rid of it. She's a good screener, gets out of those screens well, and she has nice touch around the rim and the three. So she has some stuff. It's just now she misses some experience, and that's going to come with time. But as long as she has the faith and belief of staff and of her teammates, you're going to see it grow leaps and bounds.
And then my follow-ups for Ka, obviously over 500 days without BG playing organized basketball, first time playing her since the finals. What's that experience like, just watching her do what she does, even missing an entire year, being in the situation she was in and still having 27 and 11?
I admire her so much. I don't know how she does it, but I definitely got my welcome back when I thought I was going to the room and she was like, no, it ain't happening. So it was just like, welcome back, BG. But again, I just admire her strength and how she was able to persevere that. So definitely an inspiration to whatever it is that you have going on with your life. I don't think anybody in the WNBA has faced something like that. So it's definitely an inspiration to handle adversity and to really chase what you love to do.
Thanks, guys.
Last two on Zoom, we'll go to Brian and then Rafiq, if we could keep it to one question and a follow-up. Brian?
Yeah, this question is for Coach. So, Coach, obviously with Courtney, she's really great on the move. Can you just talk to us about how it is for you to coach someone and draw plays for her to kind of help out Kai and obviously Dana as well in those moments?
She's a mover. We someone that we've always had to prepare for because she likes to move. She likes to do things, and so what that does is because people have to, honor her shot making ability and her creativity. It actually draws defense. It sucks defense in, and it actually creates lanes or shots for her teammates. And so for us, we just try to use that to our advantage because we were always having a great playmaker on the opposite side of her. So and she's a willing mover. And so sometimes, and the thing about it, she's going to move just as hard if she doesn't get the ball as if she gets it. So I think that just, adds to how dangerous we can be on the offensive end.
All right, thanks. Last one on Zoom. We'll go to Rafiq. One question and a follow-up, please.
This is Rafiq with nothing but that sports talk. Congratulations on being 2-0, Coach.
Thank you.
I just gotta ask you, when BG hit that 3-pointer and then she shot it, I'm back. Like, what would be your mind seeing her do that, even if it is against your team?
Yeah. They know what to do. I can't say it though. But yeah, I didn't appreciate it. But she made it. She made it. We were scrambling, so it's fine. Like, but I didn't. In that moment, I wasn't thinking. I was just wanting her to miss. I think that put us up 2. I think
They cut the lead down to 5.
that was 5 or 2.
They cut it down to 5. It was 58-53.
No, that's right. Okay. Yeah. So I wasn't. Yeah, I didn't. I don't know. I wasn't. Yeah. Yeah, we were trying to win. Yeah, I wasn't.
We were cheering when she did it.
All right, thanks, Rafiq, on Zoom. We'll go to Annie in person.
When the crowd was getting real involved late in the fourth, did y'all say anything like particular to each other on the court? Was there any like come together moment where something definite was preached, or did you just play through it?
I think our huddles are tight all the time, so we were just coming together like it was expected. It was a full house, and when the game got close, they got louder and they got louder. So we just had to continue to come together and continue to execute what we wanted to get offensively and lock down defensively.
And then Dana's floater, I mean, Dana, you could speak to it too, maybe, but Ka and James, like, how big was that watching her hit that to put you guys up by 2 possessions? And
it was big, it was big for her to even have the confidence. That's the confidence that we want her to have down the stretch. So it was a big shot, and I'm just glad that she was confident enough to take it, and then she made it.
Dana, yeah, coming off a game like you had in Minnesota, I mean, you're always talking about what's up next, like, turning the page, not holding on to things. So to have a game like this that really just puts that message, validates that message that you're constantly preaching to yourself. How did that feel?
It felt good. This league is so good. You can't dwell. You don't have time. It's quick turnaround if you got to be ready for the next game. So that's just usually my mentality. But I've been going through something with my family lately. Sorry. So I wasn't with the team yesterday because I'm going to a family. My cousin is killed. So I'm dedicating this season to him. And yeah.
What's his name?
Jared Mitchell.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing that.
But it's good to have good teammates and people to believe in you and stuff like that. So next game mentality is always how to approach it.
Thanks for sharing that.
So she didn't shoot the ball well, but she played the game against Minnesota. So 1 in on the floor, she's not making shots. Put that behind. But the way she played on the defensive end and everything, she got arrested. And like she did again,
I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but we get so wrapped up in offensively what people are doing. But I think with our team, like, everybody can score one, but everybody has a role that we have to play in order for us to be successful. So no, Dana's not getting the credit on the stat sheet, but she set the tone for us defensively in Minnesota. No, she didn't hit the shots, but without her playing as hard as she played defensively, wearing them out, them not wanting to bring the ball up, we get nothing. We don't have anything. So I don't think we get wrapped up in what we're doing offensively and what anybody's doing offensively. Look at their role and what they have to bring to the team. So major credit to you on that. Like, I don't think you understand how you really set the tone defensively for us and what you do for us, and that plays a big role more than shots going in, because we know you can do that. But who on our team is gonna pick up full court and score? Right.
Last
James-
couple, please.
Yeah, James, pregame, you had that moment with BG. You guys really shared a special hug. It was, it looked very special. Anything you want to say about that moment?
It was, of course, it was an emotional moment because, you know, we've spent a lot of time coaching for 3 years, and like when you overseas, especially in a place like Russia or anywhere, when the Americans are together, they kind of become a family. That's one of the language is culture. So, like birthdays, my son's birthday, she was there every time. Babysitting, she's babysitting my son. Like, so the relationship is bigger than basketball. So what you saw out there, it had nothing to do with the game, really. It was my first time seeing her in so many days since the finals, you know, 2021. And so when you talk about not seeing someone for almost 200, for almost 500, for almost 2 years, 500 days, whatever, that's a special moment that has nothing to do with basketball. It just has to do with the person and the relationship that we have and the love that we have for each other, you know. But once the game goes, then we play and we respect her and bring everything we have. And she did the same to us. But the moment was an important moment. Jet had a message for her, so, you know, I showed her the message. I thought it was, you know, it was everything I needed it to be, because I just needed to know that she was okay.
And then an update on Marina. What was that? Because she was warming up, so a game time decision.
It was just a game time decision. She had some stuff in her foot that probably needs to calm down a little bit, and but she's going to be fine. She's going to be fine. I think if it was the finals or the playoffs, she probably could have played, but we just make sure we're being precautionary, and we play at a different pace and rhythm here that you have to be ready for, and I just think
was it right or left, or?
And you can ask that all the time.
I'm sorry, we correct.
Yeah, I think it was right.
Okay.
It's one of the two, 50%.
And that was a game time decision.
Yeah, it was a game time. She was out on the floor trying to so she just
Okay.
All right, thank you.